Welcome, guys. Welcome back to this new CCNA security video. And in this video, we are going to go over some of the topics of what it is, a common security threats. And this is for the CCNA security test, the 1.2 section of the exam. So if you go to the exam topics, this is coming straight from the Cisco website. So we are going to go over common security threats. So identify common network attacks, describe social engineering, identifying malware, and classify the vectors of data loss exfiltration. So we are going to go over those topics now. So let's go ahead and start with this. I'm not going to say it's going to be a boring PowerPoint, but I just don't like PowerPoint and I just like doing labs and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and start with this. And the first section that we're going to go over is identifying common network attacks. So this is something that is very important that we need to know for the security exam because it is in the exam, so you need to know it, right? And the first attack that you need to know is a recon attack. Well, this attack it's just to find information about your network. They do, and they want to do that by not being detected. So they want to go undetected. So they're gonna try to go into your network, find information about your network, and if they find something that they can hack, um, they're gonna go out, prepare for that, and then attack your network. So recon is just finding information about your network. Another attack is social engineering attacks, and this attack it attacks the weakest part that we actually have, and those are the users. And they can do that by phishing, spear phishing, and there's more social engineering attacks that we can talk on another video. And then there's a privilege escalation, and this is a process of taking some level of access, whether authorized or not, and achieving even an even greater level of access. So we're going to have a lab on that and how that works. And then we have backdoors. This is when attackers gain access to a system. They usually want to future access as well, and they want it to be easy. So um, this is something like let's say that they're doing some recon on your network and they were able to access your network and go undetected. What they want to do, if they find something that is weak and they want to attack, what they want to do is they're going to leave a backdoor open. So whenever they go back in, it is an easy way for them to go in. So that is what a backdoor is. Um, and then some more network attacks. There is code execution. That's when attackers actually go into your network and execute attack. There's a really devastated attack that could happen in your network. Then we have man in the middle attack. This is just when attackers place themselves in a line between the two devices that are communicating to perform recon or manipulate data. So let's say that you're going to send an email to your manager saying that um, we do not need that money anymore, right? You're going to send an email, and the man in the middle attack actually intercepts that email and edits that email saying, yes, we do need that money right now. Please send that over here. And then your boss just replies with all the information, and the man in the middle attack gets all the money. So that's what the man in the middle attack is. And then we have trust exploitation. This is if the firewall has three interfaces, and the outside interface allows all traffic to the DMZ but not to the inside network, and the DMZ allows access to the inside network from the DMZ. An attacker could use the DMZ to attack your private network since you have access, since the DMZ is able to get to the private network. What hackers could do is just hack into the DMZ and then from the DMZ attack your private network since the DMZ has access to the private network. Um, Then we have brute force. This is just guessing passwords as many times as you can. They usually use a script for that. Just guess password until you get in. Botnet are millions of infected computers normally used to launch DDoS. And what is a DDoS? Well, DDoS is a denial of service attack. That is an attack that is launched from many computers. Just um, uh, trying to deny access to the network to people that are authorized to have access to. That's basically what a DDoS is. And a DOS is or a DDoS. Well, the DOS is just coming from one source and one source only, and a DDoS is coming from um, multiple sources, and sometimes they use botnets, and it could also not be intentional, right? So if there's like a new product, let's say that um, the MOB, the show, is going to come out tomorrow, and it's only going to be able to purchase it online. What is going to happen is a lot of people are going to go to the server, and since that server is not going to be ready to get so many people, it's going to suffer from a DDoS attack because so many people are trying to get on that website. So that's that. This is why they say that sometimes it's not intentional, right? And be aware that attacks are not launched only from individuals outside your company. They are also launched from people and devices inside your company who have current and legitimate user accounts. So you got to keep that in mind, guys. Um, and this is how we can protect against attacks. You can use the rule of least privilege, and this just to provide minimal access and not more than that. Okay. Then we have defense in depth, and an example is filtering at a perimeter router and then filtering again at a firewall and then using an IPS to analyze traffic before it reaches your servers and then using a host-based security precautions at the server. So it's just having multiple and different lines of defense in your network. And then another way to protect against those attacks that we mentioned before is separating the duties. So users with different roles and access to have a balance. So users with different roles and access. That's what you separate. That's how you separate the duties, and that's just to have a balance in the workplace. Also, rotate the roles to make sure that vulnerabilities are being addressed. Right. So that is a great way to protect against attacks. And then we have auditing, and this is just keeping record of what is occurring in the network. You can use SIEM or AAA, which is authentication, authorization, and accounting. Um, that way you can see all the logs of what is happening and all of that, guys. So now we come over here and we have to describe what social engineering is. So it just malicious actors employ social engineering by relying on the human element of networking to find and create holes in the fortress known as cybersecurity. And I just put this because I was trying to be funny. And they usually come from Nigeria. At least 50% of the social engineering comes from Nigeria. I'm not even kidding right now. And common forms of social engineering is or are phishing. You know, phishing is just secure information through an email message that appears to come from a legitimate source, right? It's just like if I did some find out who your boss is and your boss's email, and I try to email you as being your boss, and trying to make you do something that you're not supposed to be doing. So that's just what phishing is. And then we have malvertism, and this is the act of incorporating malicious ads on trusted websites. I hate that. That happens a lot to websites. And then we have phone scams, which is not a common one. It's really uncommon for someone to call up an employee to attempt to convince employees to divulge information about themselves or others within the organization. So this happens also for when they call like from your bank, asking you to provide them to your bank account to make sure that um, they're saying that somebody's trying to hack your account. We need your bank account information for us to stop it, and something like that. Those are the scams that usually run. And the best way to stop social engineering is by educating the users. That's the only way that you can stop social engineering. and we can see a social engineering scam sample email from here. Let's make it this bigger. There you go. So this is from love Sandrat underscore Sandrat underscore 05 at yahoo.com road. So hello, how are you doing today? Hope all is well with you. Now I want to let you know that I have told my company that I have sold a room, but it's $750, and them said that they will issue you a check for $4,900. So as soon as you receive the check um, and cash it, you will take your own money there, which is $750, and send the balance to me so that I will use it to pay for my ticket. I need it urgent because the wedding will be coming. Look how the spell coming up soon. This is all I need from you so that my company will send the check for you immediately. And I believe immediately is spelled wrong over here. Like give me your full name, your Kent cat address, your country code name, your telephone number. Please, I would like you to send this now so I will forward it to my company, okay? Looking forward to hear from you now. Thanks, and God bless you. Love, Sandra. So this is just one of the emails that you could get. I have gotten a bunch of emails. I have deleted them so I cannot show you guys, but they usually have really bad grammar in it, and you can it's sometimes easy to pick them up. Sometimes even Outlook or whatever email you're using just sends it straight to the spam email or the junk email, so you don't really see them. But this is one example of like a Nigerian scam email that was going around. So, what's happening here with my presentation? Okay, here we go. Okay, so and also if you want to learn more about scams and phishing, you can go to scamwatch.gov.au and you can find a lot more there. I'm going to also put these links over here so you guys can learn more about social engineering. Um, and then we are moving on and we are going to learn about identifying malware and how you can identify it. So you can identify by using either packet captures, which is just collecting, storing, and analyzing the raw packets that are traversing the network. And you can just do this by, I believe you can use Wireshark. And Wireshark will let you collect, store, and analyze raw packets. Also, you can just use Snort, which is a open source intrusion detection and prevention technology developed by the founders of SourceFire, and which is now part of Cisco. Congrats. And another one you can use is NetFlow. Packet capture is often referred to as microanalytical in terms of the granularity of the data being analyzed. And then also IP events. When using IPS devices on your network, it is possible to leverage the alarm trick on the IPS devices as an emergency, so you can use IPS events. Also, we have something that is called advanced malware protection. Um, This is the Cisco Advanced Malware Protection, and it's designed for Cisco Firepower Network Security Appliance. So it's not for any AS. It's for the AS that have firepower. Also, then we have the NGIPS, which is the Network Firepower Next Generation Intrusion Prevention System. This solution provides multiple layers of advanced threat protection. Okay, and then for the last part is classify the vectors of data loss exfiltration. And this is just major network attacks, as you know, are conducted by sophisticated, well-funded teams that can evade corporate security measures and steal millions of records from all types of organizations all over the world, right? So traditional security measures are good to identify suspect traffic that is coming inbound, but many organizations lack of visibility into traffic that is leaving their internal network. So a lot of companies are not taking a look at the traffic that is going out to the public network, right? Because they're worried about the public network coming into their private network. And they're just saying right here that this outbound traffic is being controlled by malicious actors with a foothold inside the corporate network. Often includes company trade secrets, customer data, or other property information that should not be seen by anyone outside of the company. So this traffic can compromise intellectual property, loss of sensitive customer and financial data, and high cost from disrupted operations and remediation efforts. And some of the data that is going out to the public and that they're not seeing are intellectual property, which refers to design drawings and documents that supports the development cell and support of an organization's product. And another one is the BII, which is the personally identifier information, which includes names, dates of birth, addresses, social security numbers. And then last and not least, we have credit cards. So credit cards are being just going out to the public network without the knowledge of the companies because the companies are only worried about the traffic coming in and not going out of their network. So this is something that I used to work for a company that for us, what they did was for us to take, like you couldn't even plug in a USB. You needed to be an admin in the computer because nobody was an admin besides the IT people, which is us. I work for the IT department. So people could not even plug in a USB, just like any USB, and take data out of the computer. So all that was disabled, and whenever they were sending um, like emails, like the outside of the company, the emails were like scanned, um, and if it contained PHI in it, or like PII, or like security numbers or anything like that, what it would do is it would automatically encrypt the the emails and all that stuff. So that was something that the company was really, really worried about. Stuff coming out of the company. All right. So, and that was the end. Um, and for to give you a summary, guys, we went into identifying common network attacks. So we look into recon, social engineering, right? And recon is when somebody's trying to hack into your network and do it by us not noticing that he was in there because he wants to just gather information. Social engineering is just whenever they're attacking humans, trying to get information from humans, credit cards, bank accounts, and all that. Backdoor brute force. So backdoor is whenever they go into your network and they want to have access again. They just um, have a backdoor there. So whenever they go in, it is a lot easier to break into your network. Brute force, it just guessing your password as many times um, as you can until you actually break in. Privilege of escalation is whenever you escalate um, your privilege without having that level of access. Botnets are a bunch of computers that could be used to send a DDoS, and a DDoS is whenever you send a lot of traffic from different botnets and try to deny service to people that are actually trying to access that service. And man in the middle attack, I think everybody knows what the man in the middle attack is. And let's go ahead and move on to how to protect against attack. So we went into the least privilege. So you can do that. Role rotation, just um, rotating your roles. Auditing and defense in depth. Um, describe social engineering. The types of social engineering are phishing, phone scams, malwareism, and a couple more that I cannot remember right now. And identify malware. We can do that by using NetFlow, IP events, Snore, and packet snapshots. I believe, yeah, packet snapshots. And then we classify the vectors of data loss exfiltration. And what you don't want to go out of your network are IPs, credit cards, and PII. Okay, guys, so this is it for this video. A little bit long. I don't know how long it got, but It is a little bit long. It's not that long. It's on 19 minutes right now. It's probably gonna go into 20 minutes, but this is set for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it was a little bit boring. It's all good. In the next video, we are going to complete this quiz that I have right here, and I'm also going to add a link to this quiz so you guys can take it. And if you guys do not follow me on Twitter, hey, what are you doing? Go ahead and follow me on Twitter at CCNA Daily Tips. And if you don't have a Twitter account, too bad for you. You're gonna have to create one and then follow me. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye bye.